What's going on, you guys? Welcome to the Barber's Eye. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for checking in. And today we're going to interview Lani. She's been doing hair for quite a minute. I'll let her explain all that to you in a second. But I want to invite you to the channel because you're going to learn here is other people struggle, what they go through, their highs and lows. Lani's, whatever she's been through so far, get her advice, her experience, and she's going to share it with you guys. So I hope you guys find it valuable, and then let's get started. So where you from?
Yeah, so I'm originally from Sacramento. I was born in Daly City, but mainly raised out here.
Nice, nice. How long you been doing hair?
So yeah, I've been a cosmetologist for about 7 years, and I've been a barber for about 3 years.
Nice. What made you get into the industry?
Yeah, so there was that career day happening during like middle school, and they had like firefighters and cops and nursing, and a school, Paul Mitchell, came, and I want to say that inspired me the most. They just came in and styled my hair, and like that expression of feeling good and beautiful had like the biggest smile on my face, and I was like, I want to do that for other people. I would really like to get into something that can help me be creative and unique with my ability.
Nice. Before thinking about even going to school to do Cosmo or barber, did you have anything thought in your mind of what you want to do?
Yeah, there was like cheesy, like, oh, I wanted to be a judge, or I wanted to go to the military for nursing, all those. But once you see like how hard the work is, like judging takes like 10 years to be a lawyer, and then nursing takes like 6 years, and then military, like you gotta be more active. So I was like, probably not my thing and everything.
Doing hair sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. So as far as like going through some highs and lows, what was what was your lowest that you dealt with so far?
Yeah, I would say definitely my lowest was when you see yourself struggling with something and you're thinking you're not getting better or you're never gonna get better. So sometimes it's kind of hard to put that motivation and confidence in yourself that you're gonna fall before you walk, so you're gonna eventually need to just strive and continue to grow harder and just practice.
Yeah, no doubt. I think being in this industry, everybody goes through that, right? Like, you probably see people now that is starting going through that, right?
Right. Yeah.
How did you adapt? Like, what did you do to kind of like get through that struggle?
Yeah, definitely. An example, when I was at a high-end barber shop, I kept getting all these fix-its, and it was 3 fix-its, and you were out in a month. Yeah, you had 3 fix-its and you were out in a month.
Meaning that you only get 3 fix-it, like meaning that they only what is that, fixing haircuts?
Yeah, if they come back and get it from a different person.
Oh wow.
It's like a fix-it, and if you had more than 3 in a month, they would like kind of talk to you, and then after that they would eventually say, I'm sorry, but maybe we need to let you go. So yeah, there was a lot of people there that kept...
Sounds pretty cutthroat, huh?
Right, it was pretty strict. I was pretty nerve-wracking.
They didn't try to teach you or anything like that?
No, I pretty much had... they told me like little tips in here, but I really had to like just go on YouTube and watch it every day. And what really showed me to shape up was when the comments, I heard girls talking that, oh, her haircuts suck, like she really can't fade, like they were just laughing in my face, and I'm like, all right, like I'm gonna show you what I can do. So it just took dedication. I really paid attention, and I just kept watching videos and videos and videos, and then eventually I got really better, and I shut them up, and they ended up keeping me. Like I didn't get fired.
Damn,
so I've been fired from a shop or salon.
Yeah,
but I really was proud of myself that I just took all that in and just wanted to be better for myself. Not for them, but just for myself, to make my career better and to show them that I know how to do this, not just for them but for me.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's tough, and I don't think people realize like that's a real thing, kind of dealing with that struggle, huh?
Yeah,
it
definitely.
Could break you, like mentally, like. Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah. So how long did you spend in that shop?
It was good like 2.5 years.
That's good. That's a long time. That's
it's
actually
good.
a really
Two
long
and a
time.
half years. Yeah, it was hard to leave, but you know, I left on good terms, and you know, I just wanted to grow more in my career and become like more independently.
You know, it's funny that you even say it's hard to leave because, you know you've grown because it was hard to stay, right? But it's also turned out hard to leave. So
Yeah.
you know you stepped your game up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, sometimes you make like good friends, and I felt like I did make good friends working there.
Yeah.
And you know, when you get so used to a routine with like your lunches or like the environment and everything, so that was another thing why I was like, man, I'm really gonna miss like the area and stuff, and just going to here and here, and then just when you work with good people too, and you're like, wow, I'm gonna have to adjust to working either by myself or just working with other people that may not be as great as them.
Yeah, no, that's real. So let's break it down. So how many years did you do Cosmo?
Yeah, Cosmo has been about 7, and Barber has been about 3 years.
Okay, so now do you do both now?
Yeah, I want to say I do more barbering. I'm really interested in doing men's services. There's just more loyal, it's less stressful too, and
Yeah. No, definitely let people know the difference from your point of view.
Yeah,
of what's
definitely.
Like cosmetology compared to barbering.
Yeah, I want to say Cosmo, like, it's just it was for me for like the hair cutting and styling, but the coloring, I want to say I'm still getting into my formula, and I want to say it's just longer services, and like it's kind of a little bit of my health with the being like upright with your posture with your back and everything. And then for the chemicals too, like I have a sensitive nose, so I can't really be on a color service that long before it kind of gives me a reaction to my body and everything.
That's important to think about, right? Like when people go into this industry, they got to think about, remember, we're standing up all day and we're using our bodies.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
Those are definitely some considerations to think about, right?
Yeah. So yeah, I'm more into barbering. Like I hope in the future to do like more beard services with like facials and everything, more grooming for them to have, like, you know, men really like to pamper themselves too, just like women. So it'd be definitely an upsell to add those kind of services.
Yeah, no, you know what? That's like these days you see more dudes actually doing that, huh?
Yeah,
Taking
definitely.
care of themselves, huh? You ever deal with anybody that's difficult?
Yeah, I mean, you're always gonna deal with them. I want to say it's just a learning experience. Yeah. Before I would get so scared, and I would be like wanting to make it show that I'm scared and like don't want to cut their hair and just going through the motions. But I want to say now I'm more confident, and I just like, you know, be politely like, is everything okay? Like, okay, I'm just asking more questions, maybe we can do this, trying to find a solution to stop from them being, I wanted to say, difficult. So, you know, kind of calms them down. Once you show them that you know what you're talking about and you show that you have knowledge, I want to say they start to leave you alone. They're like, oh, yeah, I guess she does know what she's doing. I should just stop being hard to self. And I want to say they end up checking their self and their attitude and start changing the way they talk and everything.
Now, you know what you just said is some gems, you know, to you guys. Like, confidence is key, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Like do you think that people could feel when you're nervous or get the idea
Yeah,
that you're
they
nervous?
definitely can. And you just, when they sense us, you just say, what are you talking about? Like, no, I got you. Once you say, I got you, everything is going to be okay. Once
that
you just,
reassurance, huh?
yes.
Yeah.
Once you say that, they're like, okay, I'm just tripping and everything.
Right.
But you have to like really say like, hey, like, I want to say when they start looking in the mirror, like, get all nervous, just be like, is everything okay? And they're like, oh man, like I guess she's seen something. Because some clients are scared and won't say anything. I don't know why. I really wish they were open and honest to say stuff, but sometimes you kind of gotta shake them out of it. And if you start with nice questions, nice body language, more confidence, then they'll feel more comfortable and more at home.
Yeah, no, that makes 100% sense, because how you shape, you gotta shape your client, right? Like how they treat you, right?
Right.
Like, yeah, no, that's good. So, you know, what you're saying is don't, you know, be confident and check with the client. Don't be afraid to check with the client, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Customer service is always good with the barber and the client always.
You know, so in your career now, where are you at right now? Are you booth rent? Are you working for yourself? Or you? I mean, how is your business ran?
Yeah, I am on commission. I just want to build clientele more better, and I want to say I want pandemic to be a little bit like clear. You know, it's kind of, I want to say pandemic has scared some people to not come in the shop and feel more comfortable. So I just want to make sure like it's probably more like an 8 out of 10. I want to say we're still at a 6 to 7 out of 10 with the pandemic. So probably more 8 and then in the highs. And then, yeah, I definitely plan to get my own suite and have my own clients come in and have my own schedule. But yeah, right now I'm at commission just to have a safety and to kind of just build. And I am also going to school for business to get my business degree. So yeah, I'm just taking my time with it. I want to say like another 2 years max. If I feel like I can do it in a year, but 2 years the max. It's been about 6 months now. So yeah.
That's cool. So you're going to school. So you went to college, went to barber, and then you're actually working now, and you're actually going to school now again.
Yes.
That's cool, man. That's
definitely pandemic, since I can just get these classes out the way. Just I want to say a small associate's business degree. I've been learning a lot of tips about business, and it's just something I can have just in case, like if we have another outbreak, I want to be prepared. Like I know so many barbers and stylists that were able to still make money during the pandemic by just selling products and making wigs and like making all these little things just to still make their money. So I'm like, I really want to learn those steps, you know, behind the marketing and, you know, a little bit of teaching too. I do plan to become an instructor. So yeah, just all the more background and more tips to prepare me for my future goals in my career.
That's cool. That's knowledge too, because you're trying to set yourself up for the future. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
I hear that because in 2008, when we went into the housing market crash, like I just got into school. I was in school around that time for Cosmo, and I seen how the shop struggled even at that time.
Right.
So
yeah.
that was my first ever like pandemic. You know.
I see.
So I understand, yeah, and it's smart that you're actually thinking ahead of the game, because I told myself, I said, man, I don't ever want to be in a place where I'm struggling in a pandemic, right? Like financially, you know what I mean? Because you know how it is. We work for ourselves, you know, or even if you're doing booth rent, you're still by yourself. You know what I mean? It's not like you're working for a big company and someone else could come and help you. Like you're doing your own thing. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
So how is it like working for yourself? Like knowing that you got to control your Instagram. I don't know if you have any other social medias, but how do you balance that out?
Yeah, I want to say I put alarm clocks first before it became just natural, and I try to post at least 3 times a day, in the morning, afternoon, and at nighttime. Yes, I have Instagram and I have TikTok and a little bit of Facebook too. So yeah, I want to say what it's like. You gotta just like curate like a little schedule for yourself so it all falls in place and keeps yourself organized, and so also that you're not falling back and forgetting to do stuff, I want to say. So yeah, it's been pretty good. I want to say sometimes when I forget and don't post, I want to say you do see like a lot of people not booking, and then when I do post pictures and scheduling and everything, that's when I do see a lot of like random people who don't even talk to me, like, wow, I see you doing your thing, and like I definitely want to come in for a service and all that. Oh yeah, no,
I completely, that's important. I remember when I first got Instagram for my business, like when if I noticed when I did post, people will hit me up, you know what I mean? Or I think what happens is they see you and then it reminds them like they need a haircut or they need a service or something like that. So no, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, it's important. So like using social media is
definitely key, especially if you're one of those people who are nervous and you don't feel like coming out of your shell to like pass out flyers. Like social media is the key where you really don't have to talk. Like you can just text and play some music and do little funny, cheesy quotes, and those can help you do the talking and everything.
You could be an introvert and and be online, huh? Yeah.
Right? Yeah, definitely.
True. Do you ever go out there and pass out cards like hand to hand?
Yes, I do. I want to say sometimes I'm still a little nervous.
Oh yeah.
And don't like talking in front of people. I feel like it's a little bit awkward. You really gotta have confidence and have it natural and not sound like a salesperson.
Yeah.
So I want to say a little way that I like to do is like I go to local like businesses around my shop area, like coffee shops or restaurants and everything. And when she like talk to like the waitress and like the workers there, and then after sign the bill and everything, I always put a card there and everything. It's like a numbers game. I want to say from 10 of those, I want to say 4 people did come and get a service from me.
Yeah, no, that's good stuff. I know we talked about that before. It's like if people don't know what you do, they're never gonna know, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So passing out your cards is important. Just having that confidence. I stress over that a lot. That people like having that confidence is key. Mm-hmm. Like you have to be able to like go to people and say, "This is what I do."
Right.
If you don't, throughout the years, because I seen your work, I see your color work. I mean, you got good work. You know what I mean?
Thank
so
you.
like, what helped you get better? Like, and then what helped you get better? And then what did you see in yourself when you started to get better? Like at times.
Yeah, I want to say what definitely helped me get better was anytime I had a color client, I always do consultation, and then also like I would watch a lot of different YouTube videos and just kind of plan it. Like so a lot of people, I think they just go through the emotions and they kind of just have it in their head. I like to write it down actually, and then like write down the formula and like, okay, if it comes out this way, I'll do this, and then also asking a lot of local cosmos like, hey, have you tried this? Like, just to prepare yourself for the worst. And then also I want to say another thing that helped me get better was competitions during COVID. When I was just practicing my doll head or just different models, and that definitely helped me get better. And it kind of, you make these little videos and people see that and they were like, wow, like she's getting really good. Like I've been seeing her work and it actually looks amazing. So yeah, definitely challenging myself and just practicing, asking around and just being passionate about it also just helped with my growth and improvement myself. Yeah.
No, that's real talk, man. And like I said, I respect it about you because like you say, you're pushing yourself out of your limits, right?
Comfort zone, yeah, definitely.
Comfort zone. I seen you do that, and it's cool. Like I think that's how you grow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
During the pandemic, how did that affect you?
So yeah, it did affect me with not working.
You guys closed down for a couple months?
Yeah, we closed down like for 3 months, and then we open and close for about like 6 times out of the year. So yeah, that was very frustrating. But
in that time, was there a part of you thinking, should I even be in this field? You know what I mean? Is it worth it? Did you ever have that ever come across your mind?
A little bit. Like a lot of me was saying, should I get like a stay-home job or are you working from home? But then I was always thinking in my back of my head, like if doctors and dentists, like if all those like scientists, professionals can still work, eventually we're gonna work. Like, because I feel like we fall in the same thing. Like, even though we're mainly for haircuts for somewhat looks, I want to say we're also services for those in needs, like for the older people. Like there's some people who can't actually style their hair and they really do look forward for that every 2 weeks to get a shampoo or to get their hair cut and everything.
Yep. On my Aunt Josephine was 80-some years old, still in the shop.
Yeah.
Every month, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so, definitely.
No, I hear that for sure. And I think that to you guys that don't know in the barber industry that back in the day, and I gotta get the years right, but the barbers and the medical field were one. And if you go to a barber shop, the barbers used to do bloodletting. They used to do they used to help people when they were shot. They used to help people patch stuff up because that was the cleanest, safest place to go in the town. And then at one point, barbering and the medical field got so complicated with the medical stuff that they separated at one point. So they were together at one point. Exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, definitely.
So we'll go deep in that in another video. But what you're saying is absolutely right. We were joining at that point. You know what I mean? So the service is there. People need to understand like the respect for cosmetologists and barbers, man, is high. You know what I mean? Because our job is important. You know what I mean? We make people feel good, right? Like if we have confidence, we give people confidence, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, no, 100%, man. So yeah, so that's why I love this field. I get all hyped up about it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But so far where you're at now, what do you want to go? Like, where do you see yourself? I know you said you want to teach, but I feel like teaching comes more later on, right? But like in the next 5 years, like, where do you see yourself?
Yeah, definitely. So owning my own suite, and then being an instructor. I also would love to be like an ambassador for like Wall or Babeless and everything. Definitely more competing and actually not just competing but actually winning, you know. Just also I would love to be Cosmo Prof, like a part of the artistic team. I really look up to Keon the barber. Shout out to him. Like he's really doing a great job with not just barbering but also Cosmo.
He's a part of Cosmo Prof? Okay,
yeah, he's really good with barbering, and he also is good with like Cosmo as well, showing different products, what he uses with his and his clients' hair, and it really looks amazing. So yeah, definitely becoming a brand ambassador for either Cosmo Prof or Babeless or Wall Pro or Gamma, any professionals out there. Yeah, instructor, owning my own suite. I want to say probably just bigger confidence, you know, like I want to say, I'm not saying that I don't have bigger confidence now, but like there's always more for improvement. So just
absolutely.
Bigger and better, my career, myself, and everything. So.
Isn't it a trip to see these people, like the guy you're talking about, like, you know, we all started from the same place. You know what I mean? We all started from the bottom, and to see how he got himself to that level. Like, you ever sit there and think to yourself, like how could I just be? What I got to do to just vibrate on a whole different level of changing myself, right?
Right. I want to say for me, I think it just takes time, and I want to say when you least expect it, it will be there. There was like a quote going around on social media with industry, like with hair and nails and barbering, and it said, I started with 0 clients too. So like you're always gonna start from the bottom, and it just gradually comes up. So like I want to say it's just mainly time. Like I think I'm in the middle of my career, so I think it's just like right now I'm just getting all these challenges coming and trying to think that I'm not ready, and then I just gotta be more confident to say I am ready, and then like, okay, if that's not working, I need to change my routine and to try it this way and try it this way, and then eventually I believe that it will come and be like how Keon and Original Barber Doll and Sophia, all those celebrity barber dolls. Because I mean, I want to say like it doesn't just happen in days, it does happen in years. Like you gotta get noticed, and people gotta get to know you, to follow you, so it can get you into that celebrity barber. Yeah,
for sure. No, and that's key too, you guys. Like, it takes time, man. People think that you get your license and then you get out here and it's easy. Like, you gotta build. Especially like Stephanie, you said she's the Stay Gold, right? Yeah, she's dope, man.
Yeah,
there's
definitely.
A lot of dope barbers out there.
Yeah, her too. Like, even though she's like celebrity barber and now has her, she's with Statement and Babeless, I want to say. I remember in her interview when she said that when she showed her family the trimmer and clipper that she was on, and how she said like her family would say, you're never gonna make any money becoming a barber. They would tell her that all the time, like, you're never gonna make anything becoming a barber, like you need to be in the medical field. And then she was like, all right, and she definitely showed them, and I remember she was talking about, I'm gonna give my whole family a present of that clipper to see their reaction of it. But yeah, it's like no matter.
That's on her Instagram?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta check it out.
Yeah, definitely. It's on a podcast. I do recommend you guys listening to this podcast, Hair God, on Apple or Spotify. It's free, and like it's like an hour long. They do different interviews with different celebrity barbers and cosmetologists. And yeah, it's definitely with Sophia. She tells her experience about it. But yeah, it just shows you like no matter how big you are, like there's always gonna be that one someone that doesn't know who you are.
Right.
And like
True. Right.
and all that.
Talk.
So you just gotta stay humble and motivated and wanting to grow and just be passionate about your career and everything.
One thing that you see as a negative, I don't really want to talk about bad things, but you know, it's okay to, but something negative in the field that you would like to see change for the better.
Yeah, definitely. I would love to just see more options for us in stores.
Like in which way? Oh, stores.
Yeah, like for Cosmoprof and Salon Centric, like you guys have a great section like for barbers, but I feel like it needs to be bigger and more. Like we really want more. Like you have Keon, you have a lot of experienced people, so I feel like we need more like tools, more product, even like a color line for barbering, or like something with the enhancements, or something with like beard services and everything. Like we definitely need more. We feel so left out that we have to go to like Yuba City, I know, for Sacramento, or we don't even have Salon CA anymore. I think it's like closed down. But just all these random hidden in the wall stores. Instead, we would love to go to Cosmoprof that we have an account for, or Salon Centric. So we definitely just want more. I am seeing like it is coming like on competitions. You guys do enter it for your hair shows, and you guys do little classes there, and then little product. But I want to say we still feel left out because you just have like a little section, and we want like more variety.
Right. I know. You know what? Because you worked at Cosmo for a while, right?
Yeah.
Real quick before I forget. So how'd you maintain going to school, working, and still be able to survive? The reason why I'm asking that is because for you guys that are out there, you know, starting school or in it from the beginning, you know, you have to survive, boy, because no one pays you sometimes getting out of school and cutting hair, you know what I mean? So how'd you do it, basically?
Yeah, I want to say definitely because my schedule was part-time for school, and then right after I just went to Cosmoprof and ended at 6. That's what mainly helped me. And then also, like, since it was the crossover plan, I didn't really have that much homework, and it was easy, quick, in 2 months.
Okay.
But Cosmo, I did not go to school. I was like 19 at the time. I really just went to school and went back, and I want to say I was always the person that wanted to finish my homework before anything. So that workbook...
It's not a bad thing.
That workbook, I did that all on my days off. So I can like...
That's good.
And so I can be finished and not having to worry about the workbook. I studied ahead and just finished it all in
That's pretty good,
one day. So I didn't have to like worry about it.
I'm saying that's good. That's really good dedication. I was like the opposite. I waited till last. I didn't want to do no damn homework. I didn't know.
Right.
No, that's good.
No, it is hard when you do have like work and like if you have kids or anything, I do understand. But I want to say like probably like in high school when I was in sports, I did drink coffee to try to stay up until like 12 midnight to try to finish my homework and all that. I want to say probably dedication. Like when you're really dedicated with something, you'll make a time and a way to finish that work.
Is building yourself on your Instagram, on your social media accounts. Like, what type of vibe you trying to give out to people? Like, what do you want people to know about you? And like, how do you want people to see you? You know what I mean?
Definitely, I want to say probably like personality and skillful barber, or in Cosmo. Definitely want that. Been trying out these corny jokes here and there for personalities. So definitely personality, so they don't think I'm just some dull, like slow barber, but someone that like, oh, she's pretty chill, she's legit. And definitely skillful, because once you have the skills and once you have the ability, like it'll do the talking to attract more people.
Absolutely. Yes, yes. I'm a believer on that too, you guys. Like, you know, get the skill, and then you can work your persona however you want to do it after that. Yeah.
Right.
I get
Yeah.
it. Yeah. No, that's good. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
You ever like have a time where you're like, you want to go to work but you don't, or you want to keep going but you don't? I know it sounds like what I asked you earlier, you ever want to quit, but I'm talking about like times where you just don't want to work. You know what I mean? Because remember, we are standing up every day.
Yeah,
using our
definitely.
bodies. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to say anytime I think I'm gonna get an Edgar cut, I feel like, man, do I really have to go to work to do some Edgar
Those
cuts?
Edgar.
I'm just kidding.
So explain to what an Edgar cut
Oh
is.
man,
I think I had one today. I couldn't.
Yeah, I thought
understand.
they were. My boss told me that it was the Edgar cut. I really thought it was like the SOB rapper cut and everything. But Edgar cut is definitely like when they go forward, have all this hair here, and they get a lineup. And this part is probably either taper or it goes into a fade, like a taper fade. Or yeah, this one's taper, this one's taper, or it's a taper fade, and they get this part like a lineup, and then all here is just like texturized, and yeah, it all goes forward. Yeah, like I want to say it's usually easy when like they have the hair and no cowlicks in the front. It's just, I want to say probably the only reason why we're laughing at it is just because like it's so heavy, and like the grow up, we know the grow up phase.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
everything.
It's just funky, huh?
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing about hairstyles. People, this is another reason why I think, you know, how we love the profession, because stuff like that, I mean, it's people, right? Like you're dealing with people, and you see like trends and different, like I never knew where the Edgar cut come from.
Man, I don't even know. I definitely think it just happened when I was in high school.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But
That's a
it's
trip.
definitely the young generations bringing back, you know, they always try to mix it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, going back to what we were saying, I want to say the only time I probably feel like I don't want to go to work is when I'm really, really tired and I'm really just waiting for the weekend.
Yeah.
But I want to say I try to say my mission statement every morning to try to get me motivated.
Now, is that a mission statement personally for just you, or is it like a shop you work at?
For me.
Okay.
Just
gotcha.
some positive words
There you
to
go,
kind of
yeah.
get you going and all that, to have a good day.
Because you need that, right?
Yeah, definitely. I want to say, the only time I feel like if I don't want to go work, I wouldn't say it's to jeopardize my career. I think it's just when you're kind of lazy and tired.
Yeah, good days like that. We're human, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it kind of happens. You know, you always make sure you take a break.
Yeah.
And I definitely recommend that. So I know a lot of Cosmo and barbers that do not take a lunch break. So always make sure you take lunch breaks, because it's your health. Like our health is very important.
Yeah, I talk about that all the time.
You don't want to jeopardize your health where you can't work. So yeah, always make sure you take your lunch break, sit down if you need to, take your breaks. And when I mean take your breaks, that means no hair unless you're like watching videos. Because like if you're doing hair on your break, like it just seems like you never get a break. Even though it's 2 hours, like really take that time for your break to take a breather so you won't shut down and feel unmotivated to go to work.
Yeah, right. That's good stuff right there. Okay, because I think people get in this industry, they bum rush the game thinking that it's going to be easy. They want this and they want that, and they get burnt out.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
and it will show in your work too when you're burnt out. You'll definitely forget and become unfocused.
Right. Yeah. So let's break it down. So, you've been into the industry about how many years? 7 years. 7 years. Had a couple struggles. You get through them. You keep pushing. Then you got pandemic or coronavirus happened. You figured out that to instead of just quitting or stopping, you're thinking, okay, let me go back to school. Let me do this. So you could work around it, right?
Right.
And then you're pushing down, and you work at a shop right now that you're booth rent, right?
Commission.
Yes. So how is commission working out for you?
Yeah, it's working out really well. You know, I want to say not having to worry about rent.
Yeah. That's
As
nice.
right now, I do see probably in the future when I'm having like better clientele, I would definitely go into booth rent, because you do make more money, even though like it is on you to buy the product, take care of everything, and do this. But like it's kind of worth it when I know some people who can make like 3,000 in one day, or I remember one friend that I know that when she became independent, and she told me like, yeah, you wouldn't believe how much I made in 1 month, and she said, yeah, I made close to 10,000 in 1 month. So I'm like, wow, definitely goals to make 10,000 in a month. That's really good when you're working by yourself and everything.
Right, and that's the beauty of this business too, right? Like you could make whatever you want to make, right?
Yeah, definitely. Set your prices, become your own boss, and everything.
Yeah, and that takes time and work, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
I think that's important for someone that's in 7 years in the industry, and they're coming to these highs and lows and these challenges, and you got to keep your eye on the bigger prize. You know what I mean? You got to keep focusing. So, that's good stuff, man. And is it nice to hear like people that you know making that type of money to you where you
definitely seeing the grow, and if when you start to think, wow, if she can do it, then definitely I can do it, and you'll feel more comfortable to ask them questions on how you got there and if they can help you with those situations as well.
Yes, no, definitely. And the last thing I want to talk about, which I think is really something that's important, you guys. Let's talk about support system. So, who do you have, and how does it look like in your life to where you got a support system around you?
Definitely, I want to say I have my parents and my siblings, a few cousins here and there. I want to say that's definitely my support system. Also, my boss now, Bree, she's been super helpful and super motivated.
Owner of the shop?
Yeah, she's always helping me and be like, don't doubt yourself. Like, you're always there to help and for questions or anything. Definitely my boyfriend, too. It's always there to, like, motivate me and hear my rants every day and give me advice here and there. Yeah, so I want to say the main 3 people who's been there from the beginning, my parents and my sister, always been there. Yeah, my parents always go and promote, say, hey, she does hair, you might want to get her card, like she does really good job and everything. And same with my sister, like always there to tell her friends and everything. So
that's cool.
Being in this industry, you'll definitely see who's your really friends and who's your really family and all that. And you shouldn't, I'm going to say, don't take it as personal, because that's just business. But you also want to treat them as business. Don't do any like discount or any like, oh, I'll do this for you. Since no, treat it as business, because if you don't treat it as business, then the next person is not going to be treated as business, and then the next person, it just keeps on growing. So you want to make sure you always treat it as business. And make sure that you're being appreciated and not taken advantage, because this is your career, and they should understand that this is your career that you want to grow and that you don't want it to be jeopardized.
That's some gems, y'all. To listen, take notes. What she just broke down right there is absolutely key to what you need for success. You know what I mean? And to guide you and help guide you. So, definitely. And two, you said Bree, the owner of the shop. Your boyfriend, that's definitely important, because you want to have support from you.
Definitely. If they can't support you in your career, then they're not the one for you. You always want to find someone, a partner that can support you in your career, because you never know, like, they can be a business partner for you, or like can be a good support system for you. So you want to also always make sure they support you 100%. And I was gonna say the shop owner where you work at, to have a leader in the shop that supports you. Sometimes our business gets slow. Sometimes it has those rainy days. Sometimes it has those days where it's up and down. I mean, to have someone that supports you in the shop, especially the owner, is pretty good, right? Yeah, definitely. If you have an owner that you don't get along with and you're going to work walking on eggshells, that's not the place for you. You shouldn't go to a place where you're scared and uncomfortable. You want to feel comfortable in the industry. And also, and as my old instructor told me, if you're in it for the money, you're in it for the wrong reason. You really have to be passionate about this career and not just in it for the money, because money, like, it's not gonna get you nowhere. Sometimes it's gonna be down, sometimes it's gonna be up. So you really gotta be hungry and passionate with the industry.
Yeah, no, deep stuff. Like I said, I appreciate that because coming from you and where you're at in your career and how you've been building your career, people go, we need to put this out there because other Cosmo and barbers, man, women, whatever, kids, anybody needs to hear that because they don't understand. Like if they don't see people going through it or understand, like it's like earlier we were saying, you're one of your friends that makes about 10 grand a month. She makes 10 grand. That if you hear that and you see that, so you could see it's possible for you.
Yeah.
So, good stuff, man. Social medias. Where could people find you?
Yeah, so you can find me on TikTok and Instagram, Lani_fresh hair.
Real quick, so we put this up and people see this. What do you appreciate about the Barber and Cosmo?
Yeah, I definitely just appreciate how motivated we have become and how creative we are becoming too. I want to say, like, I love going to hair shows and competitions because, like, when you see people competing, you see the support they have from their team, and then you get support from random people like, okay, I see you're doing your thing. Hey, I saw you here. Hey, I saw you here. So I really love the support and just motivation and love they're getting. And I want to say it's no more like putting down and negativity, it's more support. Yeah, you never want to be cocky or negative attention. That just brings more negative attention to you, and your clients will also see it. Clients do not like cocky people or negative feel. They really want a nice positive and nice and to feel like home type of environment.
Absolutely. Yep. Anybody that's either new to the industry or been in about the same amount of years you've been in, you have any advice for them?
Yeah, definitely. I just want to say keep your eyes on the prize and keep going. Make some goals, make a vision board too, set up like a plan to go on what you want to do, and keep your eyes on the price. And I want to say, like, if you're feeling like you're not gonna make it, like I've been there too, where I thought I was not gonna make it, and a lot of celebrity barbers have been there too. Just know that you got this and just keep going if you're really passionate, and you will get there and your time will come.
Okay, cool. That's good stuff. No, I appreciate that. And one more time for your Instagram.
Yeah, definitely. Please follow me at Lani_fresh hair.
Okay, you guys, man, we appreciate you stepping in and checking out the video, man. I hope this becomes somewhat valuable for you. Listen to what she's been through. Listen to what she's been up, her ups, her downs, where she's at now, the support system that she's dealing with, and the people she has around her, man. Lonnie's dope, and I appreciate her coming in and sitting down with me and giving you guys this interview, guys. So we'll have more interviews on the way, and I hope you guys enjoy this one, and we'll see you guys on the next cut. Peace.